Hey, Max here. Welcome to the show. I just got off Gabbin with Geeks on David Jaffe's channel. Sorry, Gabbin&Games. Where did I think of Gabbin with Geeks? Oh, God. Something I don't watch anymore. Gabbin&Games. Hey, Kelly. So I wanted to share it. I wanted to make this video too. Not only am I sharing the little part of it, go check out Jaffe's whole live stream. A great opportunity for real gamers to go interact with a great veteran of the gaming industry. You could just hop on his stream. I don't know why more people aren't going over. Not that he doesn't have an audience or people joining in, but I'm saying he should be bigger. More people should be interacting. I encourage my friends to go subscribe to David Jaffe's channel. I'll put a link to his channel in the description. And go check out his live streams and call in and have some fun. He's doing a Christmas special right now. So I probably bombarded him with questions because he kind of made me save one for the next stream. But I wanted to share this with you. We did talk about the Captain America. I wanted to do a follow-up. I wanted to do Captain America 1943 follow-up because that kind of crushed me because it was not what I was expecting. Maybe it's still not confirmed exactly what the game is. I am looking forward to the game still, hopefully, but it will, depending on the gameplay and how the game actually is, it will determine whether I am going to buy it day one or not, or wait, But so I asked him a few questions there. I applaud him for bringing up the Golden Joystick Awards. If you really want to get involved with voting for Game of the Year, that's great. And some other events. And then I asked him the question. I should have just asked him this question first, but he says he's going to get to it for his before New Year's stream with Gabbin&Games about next gen. So I really want that answered. So I will stay tuned and I'll hit that notification bell so I can hear if he knows what's happening with next gen. Are they going portable or not? So, and I encourage you all to check that out too. So I'm going to play this section and let me know how I did. And it's one of my favorite places to jump in a stream right now. He really moves it along. You have like 5 to 10 minutes. You got to get to the point quick, which I understand. He's got a show to run. I'll try to be more accommodating and not so like fanboyish. Okay, so here we go.
I think you have a delay. Wait. There's a delay. So you need to be, you're listening to the show maybe or something, but.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Oh, I can hear you now.
Can you hear me right now?
Yeah, I had to change the settings.
And there's Joshua stepping up, becoming a member. Thank you, Joshua, for joining the Diet Soda Soldiers. I appreciate that, buddy. Welcome. Max, say welcome to Joshua. He loves you and respects you.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, Joshua. Happy holidays to everyone, including Jaffe Claus here.
You're goddamn right. But seriously, Josh, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. So, Max, what's on your mind? What's your big video game geeky Christmas memory or holiday memory?
Oh, I remember Diddy Kong Racing, playing that around the holidays, the holiday tracks. That's one of my favorite Christmas.
Did they come with holiday? I know there was no DLC back then, so that game just came packed already with holiday tracks, correct?
Yeah, there were snow tracks, and there was like. Oh, okay.
There you go. I got the echo sorted.
Okay. I'm sorry. All right. Yeah. So yeah, the holiday music. So is there any like game or console that's not necessarily a Christmas game that you got around the Christmas that's a good memory for you?
Not for me. We never did. And not because we, I remember me and my brother would sit on my mom's bed and we would circle the JCPenney catalog of all the Atari games we wanted. But for some reason, we never asked for games, maybe because we just got them all through the year. We were very fortunate. And so instead, we would get toys and things, but and computer stuff when we got older, but I don't ever remember asking for like, oh, I want, here's probably what happened. So by the time the game industry crashed around 82, by the time the NES came back and games were actually something you could ask for, I was already like in high school, and it wasn't like, you don't, I mean, they got his stuff for the holidays, but it was not like when you're a kid. So, but no, so I don't have a lot of memories like that, but I definitely have memories of computer stuff. Like an Apple, we got one year, Apple IIe. We got like a printer and a second disk drive, which was a big fucking deal to have a second disk drive. It's like, oh my God, it was crazy back then. Cool. So anyway, what do you think?
I have a couple things I wanted to talk to you about because I've been watching more of your videos. Great content.
Go. Thank you, buddy.
Okay, so one thing, thank you for, I didn't realize the Joystick Awards, great alternative to the Real Game Awards, which I also think is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard of. Just because
I can think of some others, but I agree with you.
The people that say they're against political activism are the most politically active on the internet and paying $30. So I'm going to
very welcome. I mean, the goal. Here's the problem: all of these awards are stupid. We know that.
Only they have issues, but
because like the idea of a popular award is useless anyway. Because it's like you're not gonna, do you really want to ask the gamer? Somebody wrote to me on the chat and said, or on the comments, and I think that was spot on. They said, "Look, there is a gamer award every year, and there always has been. It's called the charts, right? It's like what people are buying. That's the real thing. Because if you're going to go vote for your game of the year, and you've only played 5 out of 100 games that might be eligible, that's just a popularity contest at that point, right?"
Mm-hmm. So that was great. So I'm going to follow that next year. Please remind people next year if you can remember, because that is a great thing. I didn't realize. I've heard of the gold Joystick Awards, but I never looked into it.
Okay,
so that's great.
And what's your other thing?
Your other video crushed me.
Which one?
And then I have a question that I thought of that I wanted as a topic.
All right.
So the one about Captain America 1943, about your predictions. I do not look, if people like Telltale Games, that's great. I was really thinking it was the way it was promoted. I thought it was an action vector game. Amy Hennig has done Uncharted and stuff like that. So
and by the way, just so we're clear, it still may very well.
But I think you had enough evidence that.
But there's a lot of things suggesting it's not. And if it is that, then I think that the guys at Skydance need to basically come out sooner than later and say this is what this game is, because I think what she told Entertainment Weekly and what she told Tim Schafer and what their website says suggests that it is more of a Telltale game for modern gamers or whatnot. Or
and what she told me and what she said in the interview with Tim Schafer really, and I love creatives and directors. Mm-hmm. But what she said scared me, and it makes me think that she's going towards the worst instincts of game directors, is going towards the mass market by simplifying it and making it less appealing to the hardcore. So what I would ask is, why can't we have both? Why can't we just do a spectator mode, or like one of the big things that Microsoft's done is like accessibility controller for people that might want to use that, have that. A spectator mode and a mode that helps people, and then have the regular mode, have 2 different modes instead of just making the whole game direction that way.
In a vacuum, or where you have infinite dollars, sure. But I think fundamentally you can easily fall into sort of jack of all trades, master of none if you do that, versus going, we are designing with this focus. So, and again, look, man, I mean, gamers have plenty of action adventure games and action adventure superhero games, and the fact that, assuming she's doing what I think she's doing, if it actually works, I think it would be amazing, because God knows we need to grow that market that is capped at 300 million players on the best of times, the best of generations, so that these big games can continue to be sustainable. So I'm all for it. Okay, what was your last thing? I got to get to another call.
Okay, yeah, sorry, I apologize. And then my next question was about next gen.
Yeah.
I know you potentially may have sources, maybe you can't even say anything. If you have an idea or what it should be, are the handheld things from Microsoft and PlayStation a real strong possibility? And is that where we should go? Because I think with the current gen, graphics has been less important than ever. There's very few games, in my opinion, that have really tapped the potential of these machines. Maybe they should go handheld.
It's a great question, and I'm going to save it, because I'm going to save it for the before New Year's Gabbin&Games, where it's a lot of the recap of the year and looking forward, and CES is just around the corner in Vegas coming up. And I think that would be a great topic for that show.
Okay.
All right, man. Thank you so much,
Well,
buddy,
thanks for
calling.
having me.
Good to
Happy
talk to you.
holidays.
You as well. Call back anytime. Always nice to talk to you. All right. Here we go. Let me
Okay, so that was my time on Gabbin&Games. I think I was bombarding him with questions, which I can't help myself. That's why I want to get him on for an interview, but I can't wait to hear his response. I want to know if people that are around the industry know what's happening, can maybe give us a hint if he can't reveal it. He says it's possible. It's possible. I can't really say because I really think the handheld thing is happening, and I think that's exciting. Can you imagine if both Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo have a handheld dock situation that's similar to Steam Deck, Rogue Ally, and then we have one of the biggest console wars ever. And I actually wanted to, maybe I'll just wrap it up here. Console wars and nerd wars can be annoying, but if both companies are firing on all cylinders and have a comparable machine that could compete with each other, competition makes great games. Some of the best games ever were when there's a true console war. And that's ultimately why, even though I'm a Microsoft and Xbox fan, why there hasn't been a lot of great current gen games, I think, because they don't have to have. Sony is just winning it and Nintendo's something different. Imagine if they're all competitive in a similar, not like exactly similar product. They're going to have differences, but I think you're going to have some of the best games ever if we stop focusing on high-end graphics, consoles that are getting more and more out of reach for the mass markets, and just talking about great gameplay, great graphics, maybe even lower the budgets of some of these games, get them out faster, and just gameplay and taking your games everywhere you want with cloud gaming, handheld devices, and docking devices. And I really believe that's where next gen is going. So we'll have to wait. Thanks, Jaffe. Thanks, David Jaffe. You didn't answer my question. You're making me wait. You're going to make me tune in to Gabbin&Games before New Year's. So I'll try to get in there to get that same question answered. I want to know your sources, what your sources say. If you know what's happening, is this a possibility? Please like, subscribe, and comment. Go check out my pal Jaffe until he agrees to a full interview, because I'm going to be asking him all types of questions. Let me know in the comments section what I should ask David Jaffe next. He's not rid of me yet. I'll tell you that. Bye, everyone.